Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading a multi-character listener by me. So let's get into it. Raiden Ei. Now A can be quite strange, and that's because she would not really care. Maybe that's a thing common between the archons. You wouldn't know. But when she had walked in on you shirtless, you at least expected her to turn away. If not because she cared, but because she knew humans would be embarrassed because of that. But now, you should have known she doesn't know that much. You're blushing brightly, looking at her and glaring. Eh? Would you just head out right this instant? Darling, I don't see why you're having a problem right now. I have seen you before, so why are you so embarrassed? She asks, and she may say this in the most oblivious tone, but she has no idea what she's doing to your heart. You end up hiding in the room, putting the shirt on, and pouting, and she's truly puzzled. Why are you hiding something that she has seen? Besides, it was only you without your shirt. It's not like she was looking at anything else. Not that it would be that inappropriate for her. Honestly, she is not the type to close the door if she's undressing, but that is simply just her. As for you, she didn't know why you were acting in that manner, and she would leave you alone for a while before wrapping her arms around you. I still don't understand why you're so angry with me. Would you please tell me? I am struggling to wrap my head around it, she says, and with the honesty in her voice and the way she seems so sincere, you're quite willing to listen to her. And also, tell her why you think it's quite embarrassing for you. Surely she would understand then. Venti? Now Venti would actually walk in on you, because he wanted to look. He wouldn't walk in on you, so obviously, he would actually sneak up on you, looking, and you would only notice because he's giggling. Venti, what are you doing here? Seriously, could you just not be a pervert? A pervert? That is most insulting, Wayan. I would never be a pervert. I don't know why you claim such outlandish things. I am not claiming anything. You were here, sneaking up on me, and looking at me while I was dressing. Now go. And if I don't, I'm going to teach you how to go then. You say, you're angry, yes, shirtless, but you would not be shirtless for long. So you put it on as quickly as you could, and got your slippers, chasing him. Hey, Ryan, what are you doing now? He yelled out, running as far as he could from you. And you were unlucky that he had archon powers, because as soon as you got close to him, he started flying. And you frowned. You know what, Venti? Okay, I won't hit you with my slipper. Maybe. But I'm still going to be upset with you for the rest of the day. Oh, Ryan, at least let me talk to you. I will make it up to you, I promise. Besides, I can promise you now that I will never do it again. Can you really? I can promise I'll try. You'll never change. You shake your head. He's honestly a lot to deal with, and as much as you didn't mind it, he was still someone that you had a lot to teach when it comes to this. Or who knows? Maybe he'll be the one to convince you otherwise. Furina. Furina would actually be very shy about this. She would never walk in on you on purpose, or even look at you. Not because she doesn't find you beautiful or anything, but she's just not the type of person to actually look at someone without their permission, or even with their permission. She can be rather too shy for that. So when she walked in on you to find you shirtless, her face went entirely red, and she was frozen for a moment as you tilted your head. Furina? What are you... Ryan? I am very sorry. I will leave right now, and you can pretend this never happened, she said. And that's all you got from her before she ran away. And maybe that was the easiest way to deal with a thing like this. If it made her comfortable, then who were you to say otherwise? You definitely couldn't say a single thing about this. Not to mention, it was what you wanted. So, you were not going to object. But after you went out and saw her blushing, you chuckled lightly, wrapping an arm around her and pressing a soft kiss to her cheek. Come on, Furina. There's no need to be so shy, you said. And she honestly couldn't do anything about this, as she felt you pull her closer into your arms. Are you sure it's alright? I am quite sure. Now come on, we have a lot of things to do, Furina. And I wouldn't want you wasting your time worrying about something so insignificant. You tell her, kissing her cheek, and though it makes her blush, it's a more comforting way of dealing with the matter, and she instantly tries to shove it to the back of her head. Zhongli. He's very respectful, and that's why he would never walk in on you. He may not have the same conceptions as most mortals do, and may not actually feel the same way as they do, but he cares about your feelings and he knows that you would be offended if he walked it on you. But it was totally a mistake, and as soon as he looked at you, he turned away. My sincerest apologies, Ryan. I didn't mean to intrude upon you in that manner, he said, and you were rather embarrassed, blushing, but you nodded. That's fine, Charlie. I know, but could you, leave the room as well? Of course. I hope you're not uncomfortable. I will leave now. Please do not overthink it. And he's only telling you not to overthink it because he knows that you will. He knows you too well for this. And although you actually do initially, once you're out of the room, he does not mention it again, and does not give you a weird look or anything. It's not that the two of you have not seen each other shirtless before, as you've been partners for a long time now, but you just get embarrassed easily. And that's why you would rather him not mention it. Maybe with time you will get over this. But for now, it was simply embarrassing. And for Zhongli, he just didn't care enough, to be quite honest. He hoped you were not bothered, though.